Good morning guys, it's Dan from Deluxe Detail. Today we have this beautiful Series 3 Nissan Skyline R33 GTR in for ceramic coating. Let's get into it. So this is the original paint on this R33 GTR. This car's about 25 years old. Now, black paint is known for being notoriously soft. So as you can see in the paint, there's lots of wash marks, there's water marks, there's a few etchings, there's swirls and light scratches. What we're going to do now is decontaminate this car so that we can bring it into the paint correction and coating bay and fix up some of these swirls, machine polish this car to get it back to its former glory.
Kid is so wavy.
So we performed our decontamination wash on the GTR. In the light tunnel here, we're going to give it a clay bar. Now what a clay bar does, it exfoliates the paint, it removes embedded contaminants that are stuck in the clear coat that don't come off with a wash. So as you can see here, this is a clean piece of clay. We're going to clay some of this bonnet and just see how much muck is stuck in the paint. From the way that the water reacts on this paint, we feel like this has had a coating on it before. We've noticed some high spots around the car. So that's probably why this car doesn't have too much contamination on it. The coatings help protect that. When we polish, we'll remove the coating, fix up the paint, and then apply a better coating. We'll be applying Gtechniq Crystal Serum Ultra to this GTR. So you can see some of that stuff that's stuck in the paint that doesn't come off with a wash. So Nick and I have decontaminated the car. Now that we've got it in the light tunnel, we can see the true nature of the paint, and it's really quite bad. Now, the owner of this, Kevin, he's actually a GTR mechanic. He actually specializes in rebuilding GTRs and that kind of thing. He understands that this is a nearly 25-year-old car and that we're not going to be getting it back to perfect. He doesn't want that. He loves enjoying the car and not treating it like a garage queen. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single stage across the whole car, but there may be sections that we need to do a two-stage to get rid of a lot of the defects. But honestly, we're not going to know until we start polishing. Nick's about to do an inspection and do some test spots on the car to see what responds well. We've got everything in this paint. We've got stone chip repairs, we've got water spots, we've got scratches. There's chemical staining, so it's going to be a bit of a mission, but we're going to attack it pretty heavy. We'll go around, we'll measure the paint on all the panels so we can see if there's been any resprayed panels or anything like that. We'll get into the polishing and get this thing looking schmick for coating. So we've just used our trusty paint depth gauge to go around the car and measure all the panels. This will tell us how thick or thin the paint is on the panels. It helps us figure out if panels have been resprayed, if there's been damage, anything like that. It also alters our approach to paint correction on the car. The bonnet on this car's got some of the thinnest paint that I've personally ever seen. We're down at around 50 microns, which means we can't heavy cut this bonnet. We're going to compromise the clear in it, so we're going to have to polish that very carefully. This fender here is the same, so this would be the stock paint, quite thin. But we come over to this fender here, and we're getting measurements of 220 microns, 200 microns. So obviously this quarter panel here has been resprayed. We also found that the whole back of the car, so from the doors back, it's also much thicker, around 160, 170 microns, which means we can polish a bit harder to remove some of the defects back there, but we have to be super careful with this bonnet and the roof because it's original paint and it's really quite thin. So we've just finished polishing the GTR. It was a bit trickier than we thought because different panels had been resprayed with different paint systems, so the compounds were reacting differently. So it should be interesting to see what happens when we come to coat those panels. But we've done a prep wipe on the car. Now it's time to install Gtechniq's top level coating, Crystal Serum Ultra. This is one of the most hardest and durable coatings on the market. It's amazing because the water doesn't just bead on the paint, it sheets off. It's got amazing sheeting properties. It's got intense durability, lasting and factory warranted for up to 9 years. So let's put this on the car. Well, that's it, guys. The R33 GTR is all done. It's been paint corrected. We've applied Gtechniq Crystal Serum Ultra 9-year ceramic coating to this car. So it's going to remain protected and look awesome for years to come. Listen, if you're a GTR fan, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so that you can get future high quality car content, detailing stuff about our shop. Keep an eye on the channel and we'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.